Welcome back to the county seat. Our guest today has been Senator Mike Lee, Senator from the state of Utah. We have been discussing federal land ownership and its relationship to sovereignty within the state of Utah, and it's been a very robust discussion. I understand, Senator, that that there is a bill that you're trying to address at least what you can with a bill you've co-sponsored with Senator McCain from Arizona. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're trying to get the federal government to sell off surplus federal land that it's not using. That's not a national park, not a national monument, not wilderness, not an Air Force base or anything like that, but just land that's sitting there. That land takes money in terms of what it costs to maintain it, to manage it, and it's also land that could be used by someone somewhere where it could be put to economically beneficial use. Perhaps of most immediate concern, some of that land could help us bring our deficit down to more manageable levels, to where we could actually start paying off our debt at some point here within the next few years. And I think we're going to need to sell some assets in addition to cutting spending.
Probably would help, either that or some foreign government is going to foreclose on it, and then they'll end up owning the land, I suppose.
And nobody wants that.
I don't think so. That isn't really addressing the issue, is it? I mean, that's just a peripheral of it?
But, well, perhaps at the margins, but I hope that it will initiate a dialogue that can result in a more robust acknowledgement of the fact that we here in the West, in the Rocky Mountains and in Alaska, suffer from a condition that is completely unknown on the East Coast. A lot of the people who want more and more wilderness designations to occur are people who are on the East Coast, people, for example, in the state of New York, where the federal government owns less than 1/2% of the land. It's easy for them to say that from their vantage point in New York, but when you come out to Utah, where 70% of our land is owned by the federal government, 70% is therefore beyond the ability of the state and local governments to tax or to take land as needed by eminent domain, providing just compensation to the owner. They need to understand that it has real consequences on the ground here. It hurts our school children, it hurts our educational systems, it hurts our local governments. And we need to start reasserting some authority. Maybe
there should be a bill. Maybe you could, there's a suggestion. How about sponsoring a bill that says, yes, we will accept wilderness designations in the West, as long as there's an equal acre for every acre that's designated in the West, designated east of the Mississippi. What do you think?
I'm not sure I'd go quite that far. I'm not sure it'd be even worth considering until they had already caught up to us to the number of acres of wilderness that they've already designated in the West. So they've got to catch up to us first before we could agree to anything like that.
Okay, that's fair. There's a suggestion, something to put in the senatorial bill suggestion box, and compliments to the county seat.
Great, thank you.
All right. Well, we have been talking with Senator Mike Lee for the county seat. As always, you can find out more information on the county seat. You can rewatch this program at our website, thecountyseat.tv. We invite you to tell your friends and join us on the county seat every week, Sunday morning, right here on ABC4 at 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next week on the county seat.